first opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Washington football team. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Cleveland. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Good. Makes the score Browns 7. Washington, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Danny Johnson returning. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Washington.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And the Washington first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Carry from the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A carry here for Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Hunt. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up 1st downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
A gain of 3.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
6-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the run, this is Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. first down. They'll run with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Second and 12. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked on by Fabian Moreau. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At the 47-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield now. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
10 at the 29-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice. First down, drive keeps moving.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Come off the ball. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Behind the chain, second and 13. Now it's Haskins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Browns 21, Washington 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Haskins. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. This is Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
First down, Washington.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down, Haskins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. To throw on third down, Haskins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On second down, Mayfield again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Third and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 43-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Buchanan in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry now for David Montgomery, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They needed a yard, they got it. First down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke.
On second down, it's Patterson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 10 more there and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Patterson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score. Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Catch made here by Campbell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get him for a loss of about 3.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. 3rd down here.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Jackson.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, 18, 18, 18. 58 to Mike, 58, 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 20. 18, 18.
Trubisky to throw again. This is caught by Ginn. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Patterson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. First and 10, it's Trubisky. This one hauled in, and again, it's Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up
always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, the connection made. It's Graham. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Makes the score Bears 17, Colts 6. Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Indianapolis.
Ready? 57, Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time. 57, Mike 57. No, change. Yes, man. 57 is the Mike. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go. 57.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Taylor.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
3 at the 46-yard line.
57 is right. Man. 57 is the Mike. 57 is the Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
To throw is Jackson. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
To Jonathan Taylor.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
57 is the Mike. 57.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's complete to Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Trubisky. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Second and 7.
Check. Run. Somebody got me. Hey, ball.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 30, Colts 6. Matt Gay.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Pickup of 10.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, giving different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
2nd and 15 at the 36-yard line.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. This is Miller, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Slam, slam, slam.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. 57. Mike 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57. Mike 57.
And Jackson throwing once more into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.